Julie, and my goal is to make eye contact with everyone. Okay. As a nation, we claim to love cats and dogs. Millions have household pets, and billions of dollars are spent yearly on pet supplies and food. But as a nation, we should take a hard, sobering look at a different angle statistic. The millions of dogs and cats given up to shelters or left to die on the streets. That quote is from the Humane Society of America's website. And many people have been to the Humane Society at some point. And the most memorable thing about the Humane Society isn't the cheerful volunteers that give more than enough to these animals. It's the glassy, beady eyes you see on the other side of the cage. Those beady eyes pierce your heart, and you ask, and if you get a pet, they're a lifelong companion. Okay, over the course of this presentation, I want you to understand why you can make a difference, and even if you don't want to own an animal right now, what the benefits are to adoption. First, I want to explain to you what adoption and types of adoptions are available. The Humane Society, which has locations in most counties in the United States, people bring animals there that they don't want anymore or that the county finds on the street. And there's also rescue services, which are usually breed specific. And how to use these things is you can go and purchase an animal or donate to an animal. Now, the cost of adopting is around $300 to $0, and when compared to purchasing an animal, that can be upwards of $1,200. So you save a lot of money when adopting, and the need to charge the small nominal fee to get a pet often goes towards spay or neutering your animal and their first set of shots, and it goes to help reduce, which in turn goes to help reduce overpopulation of animals. So you're helping the overall good of the overpopulation crisis we have right now. Now, when I'm talking about overpopulation, it is important to highlight the fact that rescuing animals saves their lives, because if they're not adopted from specifically shelters, they'll be put down in the worst case scenario. But the rescue organizations usually save their life and just harbor them for however long they need to. So another reason why everyone should use adopting services is the fact that most of the animals there are around 1 to 5 years old, and if you have all had a puppy before, you know how frustrating it can be sometimes, or a kitten, when you're trying to potty train it or try to get it to learn basic manners that you want it to have. So the basic age, the age that a lot of animals are around 1 to 5 years old, and this age is the puppy or kitten really has developed social skills. So you'll see a distinct personality with an animal, and most of the time they will be spayed or neutered and potty trained and slightly trained, if you're lucky, because the Rescue Services and the Humane Society both work on that to help get the animals out into the community. So my real passion for adopting or rescuing animals really comes from the fact that all my 4 dogs have been rescued from a golden retriever rescue reserve, and we took in 4 puppies that were the products of backyard breeding. And if you don't know what backyard breeding is, it's when people that don't know anything about dogs just sire their animals for money. And this particular person was breeding animals without hip sockets, so all these dogs had tremendous pain. So we found them and we sent them to a rescue service first, and they fixed their hips which is usually about a $2,400 surgery, and they did that for us, and then we just had to purchase them back for $100. And what we really did was we saved their lives, because if they would have gone to a humane society, they would have been put down, or if they would have been maybe in someone's home that didn't really care, they probably would have been put down too. What I really want to reiterate to you is adopting pets from a rescue service or a humane society really saves their life. It's cost effective, and you're gonna get a dog or cat or horse or whatever that's at the appropriate age to start the human bonding experience. And even if you don't want an animal now, use this information as a tool to save lives. Pass it on to your friends, family, and acquaintances that ponder a pet, because rescuing animals saves lives, is cost effective, and can result in pre-tamed animals.